For the third night in a row, the Braves end on the wrong side of the scoreboard. They lose tonight here in Cotuit, dropping to the Kettleers by a final of 13-2. Welcome into a Postgame Tomahawk Talk. Calvin, Christoforo, Daniel, Coach. You probably recognize us. We got Joe Sullivan filling in for Reeves Jackson on Tomahawk Talk. Joe, I'm sorry, this has to be your first one. An 11-run Braves defeat. You know, a lot of things, there's a lot of answers to this question, but if you were to give one primary thing, where did things go wrong for the Braves tonight?
A lot of hits in that hit column. Crooked number in our own error column. That doesn't help, to keep it simple. Bats kind of lost life after that second inning. We had a bases loaded opportunity early on. I think that's when we only got one, right, from Peter. And, it's a tough night overall.
Yeah, bases loaded, nobody out in the second inning. The Braves only get one run across home plate. The Dalton Rushing home run made it 2-0, and then 13 unanswered Kettleers runs. In the pitching, you know, it wasn't great, but I don't think that was the primary reason. The Braves pitching staff, 3 errors against them, behind them, and a lot of soft hit contact. The Kettleers put runners on base, and then the hard hit balls drove them in. What did you see tonight from the Braves pitching staff as a whole?
I saw good pitching. Josh Eknes was struggling later on in his appearance just a little bit with his accuracy. His velocity is there, obviously, in the high 90s. But I thought Ken Turner had a good outing, very similar to Jake Bennett, where a lot of the productivity and the success that he had isn't going to show up in the stat sheet. He had 3 errors that he had to deal with from the left side of the infield. All of those came, and if they were taken care of and we had solid defense behind him, we might not be looking at a crooked number. We could have had an opportunity to set the tone right back at them. But, errors were the name of the game. A couple of good things that I saw was another multi-hit game for Joshua Moylan, who now I'm thinking about it with a depleted lineup, especially in the middle. You could be seeing Josh Moylan move up as we go closer to playoff time. Another thing that I think is a tip of the cap to the bullpen and this pitching staff, because I think Ken Turner had a good outing, and I think he could be a playoff starter. It just comes down to more sound defense behind him. But again, we just didn't take advantage. As Joe said, we had a bases opportunity early in the game. We only got one out of that situation. We could have put on several runs, and the Cotuit Kettleers could have been discouraged. Instead, they attacked back at us. We were the ones who were discouraged tonight.
Yeah, the Kettleers attacked back hard with 13 unanswered runs. Joe, I'll put you on the spot once again. 3 straight losses for the Braves. That's the first time that's happened all season. So where does the team go from here? Back home against Whitey tomorrow, a team they've had some success against, still locked up the West Division. But what would you like to see in the last 7 regular season games from this Braves team as we head into the postseason?
Those last 7 games, you can't get too content. I know we've got the division locked down in the 1 seed, but you want to be riding into the playoffs on a high note. You can't lose 5 of these next 7 games or whatever. I mean, a 3-game skid, that's more than we've lost in the first 25 games of the season or whatever. So hopefully reset tonight, bounce back tomorrow. Off day Thursday is going to be huge, just mental reset, clear the mind, come back to the yard Friday and get ready to smash some baseballs and pound the zone with strikes.
Absolutely, Daniel.
And you also have to realize that we don't have our catalyst at the top at the 1 position in Christian Knapczyk. He's been gone in the last 2 losses that we've had, and he is a huge loss. Of course, coming in to this week as the top and the leader in the average column in the entire league. And he starts things off most every game, and yeah, he's sorely missed when he's not in the lineup.
Yeah, you missing the top average guy in the league. It's going to be a little bit rough, but Christian Knapczyk will be back, and the Braves we know and love will also be back. They'll try to turn things around tomorrow when the Yarmouth Dennis Red Sox come to Doran Park. First pitch for that one is set for 6, but before the Bravos will get you rolling at 5:40. But until then, as always, go Braves.